Everything has a price. That's the ultimate truth. So, the only question to ask is, what have you forsaken today for the so-called better tomorrow? Like the caveman who lost his job as the tribe's night guard to the invention of fire. Look at the poor guy. We wanted a longer life, the survival of our species depending on it. But what we got in return was a faster one. That's only exploded in speed. Since we continued to evolve and concentrate on our mental powers, we gave up our lifespan for speed, from the era of tools to fire to AI. Let me make one thing very clear. I am neither on the side of AI nor the artists. And I am sick of the new strand that has joined the thread of hate, making it stronger. I am on the side of art, and I am here to make sure all of you acknowledge and wield the power you've been born with. Because that's magic, and you muggles are squandering its presence. If you haven't noticed yet, this isn't your typical video, nor is this a typical channel. For all of you new here, which would be everyone, as this is a new channel, hey, my name is Dr. Psych. Check out my intro video first, and I'll give you a second to skip away and come back. Let's take a quick peek at the definition of art. Okay, let's make our own, for who can be more right than an overthinker? First of all, art can only be accomplished by a living creature. That includes the smallest dude. So if you're one watching this alongside your buddy, congratulations. You can also be an artist. The rest is just a happy coincidence. Even if you have a sliver of life in you, you have a gene, a power, placed inside you to become an artist. A life that can give birth to art. But what is art? Art is hockey. Art is nen. Art is key. Art is power. Art is the simple application of you that impacts the future of our world. Yes, you can change the very fabric of reality, and I am not joking. One line of code, one outline, one stroke of your imagination on the world at a time. People often have the wrong idea that painters, writers, etc. are the only individuals with the gift of art. No. Every one of us was born with this gift, but life is cruel, and we are as dumb as a rock. Let me explain. Not everyone is born with the same amount of power, and we never stop comparing one spark with another, be it through the number of likes, the money it has made, and whatnot, instead of realizing that one spark on its own can't start a fire. A change on its own can never terraform our planet. A great man once said, Mark Twain, "There is no such thing as a new idea," which I had modified years ago, before I knew the guy through Dhruv Ratha's YouTube channel. All links are in the description. Before I forget, so is all the proper AI versus artists videos. I've seen many, and only these pass the mark without adding fuel to the fire of hate. Be sure to watch all those videos for clarity. My version was, whatever has to be said, has been said. Now, whatever happens, is just an altered version of the original. I wish I hadn't wasted so much time realizing something that had already been discovered, but the epiphany was worth the cost. You can question me. How can anyone compare a caveman to the present day? Well, that's a good mind exercise for you to become an overthinker, and there is an answer to it. I'm just going to leave it for you guys to figure out. But, for now, back to the topic at hand. Stay with me, as it's going to get a bit tricky. Art is that unique power that makes you, you. And once you embrace that power and become an artist, a person who makes art, you introduce yourself to the world, a tiny spark that will change the course of our future. Take the first caveman who invented stone tools, for example. Their art led to the survival of our species, shaped the course of our history, and marked the beginning of their future. The amazing part is that the spark remains alive. We can still draw from that energy and build towards an alternate future. Believe in God or science? Both parties agree on the existence of energy, though they describe it in different ways. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It just changes forms. It just changes lives. The cave person collected many such sparks to create a huge fire that changed our history. The same applies to Albert Einstein and the individuals behind industrialization and the information age that followed. And though a single person deserves most of the credit, every living organism had a spark in this massive bonfire. The true you is essential for the future of our world, for without sparks, there shall never be a fire. Yet, art is dying, and the biggest culprits are laziness, followed by the stupid human-made concept of success. The caveman had exceptional health, a clean environment, and whatnot, which he traded in for a faster life. And except for a couple, everyone else would have done the same. Sure, at first it was for survival, but slowly it became a necessity we told ourselves we can't live without. Yet this was still acceptable in the early days, when the population was smaller and people wanted to find, embrace, and bring out their inner spark. The original, the altered tool, the modified ones, and more modified ones, all demanded a price. Everything does. The information age provided access to more sparks, enabling the observation and creation of a massive explosion in a much shorter lifespan. However, it also brought misinformation, mass manipulation, and mass extinction with it. Never forget, everything has a price. Laziness is the core concept behind the success of every invention. For example, imagine having gained the ability to fly or the ability to cut because our limbs got sharpened through evolution, or being able to sense another power because we chose to survive through strength instead of our mind or spirit. He chose a path. The rest followed, and we still do, leading our race into focusing on honing our minds. I believe in the tri-energy system, the mind, body, and spirit. It's part of the foundation of all my novels on Omnitales, and I truly believe our species has focused on a single energy, the mind, amongst the three since we could. If all of us work together, each spark adding value to the ultimate fire that forged our present, then there is reasonable doubt that we could have reached higher forms through battle, like the world Akira Toriyama created for our favorite apes. Not 100 men versus a gorilla, but men having the strength of a gorilla. I think we should go with what we have, using the mind to obtain the body, and then try for the spirit. Like Hajime Isayama's hidden message. Yet, if I have to start over, I would go with spirit, because I think that can help us brute force the other two into control. But that's a topic for another day, as all my novels are based on these concepts, and I explore each aspect in excruciating detail. I can't help it. They require such depth for clarity. Anywho, back to the topic at hand. Hope you can now imagine how we pay the price for every little step we take. Next, apply it to everything. Literally, everything. Embrace the art within you or not. The bad people never stop doing so, which makes them tower over you at every turn. Art is power for a reason. Politicians and their puppeteers also have it, which means it will affect you until you share the same air as them. Power always wins. I've been researching this problem since the birth of my muse, hence the many worlds, which in human slang means novels, and have been planning this video for over 4 months. For one, we've defied nature and fucked it over since the invention of fire. We love free stuff that encourages our super lazy lifestyle. The only way to sort this out is by reversing all we did, which we never will. I don't understand why there are thousands of supporters and views for videos of the same kind, but I guess it's somewhat expected. It doesn't make sense to me as a whole, but they get it. There is a simple solution for it all. It has been around since the first bad person committed the first crime. One word: regulations. Criticize the failed government, who are supposed to be
that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and the government of the people, by the people, for the people.
If they can start a war, put all our lives at risk, and only provide the bare minimum justification for every mess they have created, they can easily make those big companies play fair. Place proper rules, full transparency for AI training, and proper titles like prompters instead of AI artists. Funnily, this is an SS tier request, aka never gonna happen because of the second big problem, the stupid human-made concept of success. Likes, money, demand for more content, people fighting against each other instead for each other, and so on. A simple example of this is how a creator gets fewer views, followers, and exposure compared to a reposting channel. Yet another downside of the information age. Think about it, and you'll find more examples. This video is already too long. Anywho, back to the main problem everyone somehow missed. AI. Laziness has always been a problem, but it has become a significant issue since AI emerged. I didn't figure it out until I delved deeper into the matter, and I am a god-tier overthinker. Also, this video is similar to this one, but it has more views, although its subscriber count is significantly lower. Decode it as you will. Do what you gotta do to earn that stupid thing, because at the end of the day, only it will help you in a crisis. Hug that devil inside you. I get it. However, please return to the roots. Bring forth that power you've been suppressing because you thought no one cared. Art cares. I do too. Be true to yourself and leave the rest to the big guy. You have to sing to find your heart's voice. You have to dance to find your rhythm. You have to write to get to know your mind. You have to dream to find your place. All of this isn't work. It is the amazing journey you take to find yourself. And in the process, create a spark that lights up the world. Please don't give up on yourself, your journey, your mark on this world. For with each spark lost to the destination, we all lose an impossible monument, a moment that makes life worth living, that which shall live forever, becoming part of your legacy, an immortal part of you that shapes and becomes the foundation of Mother Earth. Use a dishwasher, but occasionally do it by hand. Make it a family chore, or give a homeless person a job, a chance for them to earn a living, which also makes you connect with others. Did you catch the real price of a dishwasher now? Let me know how many in the comments below. Add a few more if possible, and always ask yourself what the actual cost is. A click, a prompt, copying someone's assignment, the code from Google, or following someone else's scientific theory won't connect you to the realm of Muse. Use the shortcuts for the money, for speed, but please also do it from scratch, for your Muse, yourself. Figure out the general direction of your Muse. Then keep digging until you find a new world. So start from scratch, create a new alternative, a new recipe, and produce your spark so that it can join this world. God knows we need all the sparks as the walls close in. While the difficulty is S tier, the solution is actually F tier, which stands for effing easy. That's what I do here in this channel. I devise simple solutions to address complex problems. Spoiler alert, skip 10 seconds. It always starts with you. I thought a lot on how to say this, and the GOAT, not him, said it better.
Stand up and risk your own life. You do what you can, the best that you can, and then you turn to the others and expect the same from them.
The difficulty of the problem is S tier, which means the problem is near irreversible. It would have been SS tier, if not for the fact that art is a power that can never be extinguished. Ask this guy. This is an S-tier problem with an A+, almost S-tier level of difficulty to accomplish, as laziness and reverting to old ways are not something the world is going to follow. Give it a shot yourself, and you'll see why. As I said, I am on the side of art, and it, the world, needs you to leave your purest form of muse, for art to explode into the next stage of our future. Seriously, imagine evolving into something more. Thank you to everyone who stayed this long. I really hope this has sparked some change in you.
Make sure to please the almighty algorithm on your way out, and I shall try converting you in the next one.
Next video is on: how far can you draw a line to eradicate hate and hunger from the world?